The hanging sleeve is what I put on the back of my quilts so that I can hang the quilt up either at home on a wall or if I'm going to enter a quilt in a show. Keep in mind, not every quilt needs to have a hanging sleeve. If it's a bed quilt and you know it's only going to ever lay on a bed, it doesn't need a hanging sleeve. But if you are going to put a quilt in a show, and if you plan on it hanging on a wall, you need to have a sleeve on the quilt. It'll just make it a lot easier to hang it up. So this is how I do my sleeve. I take a piece of fabric and I cut an 8-inch wide piece of fabric, and I've cut it the width of my quilt. So the width of my quilt goes from this dark line to this dark line. I don't know how long that is. I just cut it that wide. Then from the two ends, I'm going to fold it up with a 1-inch seam allowance on both ends. There. And then fold the sleeve in half. So now it's going to be 4 inches. Now, if you're making a really small quilt, you probably don't need to have a 4-inch wide sleeve, but most of the national shows now require a 4-inch sleeve for their hanging system. So I just put a 4-inch on it. I never know if I'm going to hang it or not. Then I'm going to place it along the top edge of the quilt. So it's going to place here, and I'll use my Roxanne's glue and actually glue that down so it will be secure. So when I'm putting my binding on, the binding will stitch down the top edge. Then all you have to do is hand stitch the bottom edge. Now, you could do it straight on the edge, but if you do that, when you put the pole in your quilt, you'll get this kind of a bubble at the top of the quilt, and I don't like that. I like my quilts to hang really flat on the wall. So when I hand stitch down my sleeve, I like to bring this fold and kind of fold it up so it's up about 1/4 of an inch, and then hand stitch this down. So then this will give it the pocket a little bit of an ease for the pole to go on the inside. So it'll hang really, really flat on the wall. This is how I hang my quilts. Thanks for watching our video. If you like that one, be sure you subscribe to our channel. We wouldn't want you to miss a single video. And leave a comment. We would really like to hear from you.